Evening. Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Lagos Assembly Speaker appoints principal officers, pledges transparency and good governance. Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps parades 36 vandals for theft, destruction of public assets in Federal Capital Territory. On the foreign scene, United States imposes sanctions on Sudan's army chief over civilians' death. In sport, Nigeria's under-17 head coach set to lead scouting mission for Golden Eaglet in Anambra State. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Newly elected Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mojisola Miranda, has urged lawmakers to justify the faith reposed in them as guardians of collective trust. Miranda made the call at the meeting plenary she presided over as Speaker of the 10th Assembly, pledging to work tirelessly to uphold the principles of transparency, good governance, and other noble tenets the House stands for. She said the House will work harmoniously with other arms of government to ensure a seamless delivery of dividends of democracy to Lagosians who are the core focus.
As we begin this new chapter in the history of our assembly, I want to assure you that our administration will focus on working together for a better Lagos. Therefore, we will work to ensure that irrespective of gender, education, religion, and ethnic background, every Lagos resident is proud to say, I am a Lagosian. The synergy between us and the other arm of government is crucial in the regard for effective governance and democratic development. To achieve this, we must commit to maintaining open lines of communication with the executive, ably led by Mr. Governor, fostering a spirit of cooperation in laudable deeds and mutual respect in our relations.
Miranda said the House will prioritize leaving the past behind and forging ahead and will not dwell on past controversies or disagreements. She stressed that the House will strive to create a more inclusive and participatory democracy where every citizen feels valued, respected, and empowered. The Speaker also announced new principal officers, Temitope Adewale, representing Ifako-Ijaye 1 as majority leader. Adedamola Kasumu Ikeja 2 retained his office as deputy majority leader, Setonji David Badagry 2 as chief whip, and Ganiu Sani Okonlawon Koshofe 1 as deputy chief whip. Our correspondent Abiola Fagbalagun reports that the former speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, was impeached by lawmakers on Monday, January 13, for gross abuse of office and privileges, misappropriation of funds, high-handedness, perpetual lateness to legislative sessions and meetings, amongst other allegations. Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture has reiterated its commitment to strengthening the state's reputation as Africa's entertainment capital by building on the remarkable success of Dirty December, which drew over 1.2 million fun seekers from Nigeria and the diaspora in 2024. Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Toke Benson Awinka, made this known during a courtesy visit by the founder of Empire Distribution Records and publishing company USA, Gazi Shami, to her office, highlighting the critical role the entertainment industry played in the success of Dirty December. Benson Awinka lauded the contributions of music icons such as Wizkid, Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage, Olamide, Adekunle Gold, Sheyi Vibes, among others. She revealed plans to make the 2025 edition even more impactful, aligning on what Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's vision of boosting economic and cultural development through tourism. The Commission acknowledged the strides Lagos State has made in the film and creative sectors, but emphasized the need for similar structured support in the music industry. She announced plans to bridge existing gaps through initiatives such as the establishment of a music academy, talent hunt, and specialized training programs. Lagos State College of Health Education, LASCOHET Yaba, has welcomed over 800 students into various programs for the year 2024-2025 academic session, urging them to prioritize excellence and discipline in their educational pursuit. Speaking during the 25th matriculation ceremony, the Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Ministry of Tertiary Education, Adeniran Kasali, underscored the importance of academic excellence in the education system of the 21st century. Kasali emphasized academic excellence and discipline as an integral part of quality education. He encouraged students to think beyond the classroom by actively seeking ways to add value to themselves through determination, a zeal to learn, and discipline. Kasali reaffirmed the Lagos State government's commitment to youth development through the Themes Plus agenda, which prioritizes education, technology, and innovation. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, says Abuja, Kaduna, Kano dual carriageway will be ready for use in 14 months. Idris made this known at the inauguration of the rehabilitation of Section 1 of the road. He noted that while Section 1 of the road is from Abuja to Kaduna, Section 2 is from Kaduna to Zaria, and Section 3 from Zaria to Kano. Idris said the description and scope of works include clarification and verization of existing bituminous surface as sub-base material and the filling of embankments. He said others are the provision of approved crushed rock material, wet or dry, to 100 millimeter thickness, with 3% stabilization in shoulders and carriageway, reinforced concrete, lined drains, and other hydraulic structures where necessary. The Nigerian Police Force, NPF, has recorded significant success in its ongoing effort to combat crime across the country, with the recent busting of an illegal weapon manufacturing factory in Benue State, the arrest of a notorious cultist in Delta State, and the apprehension of 2 murder suspects in Kebbi State. Force Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi, in a statement, says police operatives in Benue State on January 11 raided a weapon manufacturing factory, arresting 2 suspects. In another operation, police in Delta State, acting on credible intelligence, raided the apartment of a notorious confraternity member, Prosper Akeni. A cache of weapon was recovered from his residence, including 1 English revolver pistol, 1 Beretta pistol, 2 locally double-barrel guns, 2 locally made single-barrel guns, 1 locally made revolver pistol, 1 locally made single-barrel pistol, and 25 rounds of ammunition. Also, police in Kebbi State arrested 2 suspects for separate murder cases on December 31, 2024. Now to the rest of the stories. The Federal Capital Territory FCT Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, has paraded 36 suspects for vandalism, theft, and destruction of public asset and infrastructure. The suspects were apprehended in various parts of the FCT and its environs with dangerous weapons, including narcotics and codeine. FCT Commandant Olushola Odumosu revealed that the arrest followed the suspension of commercial activities in Panteka Market and the ban on scavengers in Abuja, as directed by FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. Odumosu condemned the rampant destruction of public infrastructure and highlighted the security risks posed by scavengers, stating that intelligence reports linked some of them to criminal activities, including serving as informants to terrorists and armed robbers. He commended the ban on scavengers by the minister, asserting that the decision taken on them was necessitated by the need to nip vandalism of public infrastructure, such as manhole covers, street lights, solar panels, armored cables, and so on in the bud. The National Environmental Standards and Regulations Enforcement Agency, NESRIA, has sealed off a popular relaxation spot located on Abacha Road, Maraba, Nasarawa State, over excessive noise pollution. The agency said the sealing followed numerous complaints by residents and the refusal of the facility to abate its nuisance after a series of notifications. Director General of Nasria, Innocent Baruwa, said abatement notices were subsequently issued to the facility as required by law. Baruwa restated the commitment of Nasria toward ensuring Nigerians enjoy a high quality of life through effective environmental regulation and enforcement, promising that more enforcement exercises would be carried out in all states of the Federation. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Ododo has unveiled reforms aimed at revolutionizing the state primary healthcare system to deliver high quality and accessible healthcare services. Speaking at a stakeholders engagement on primary healthcare revitalization held in Lokoja, Ododo announced the introduction of periodic sports checks on all primary healthcare centers across the state. He said the initiative, led by the Primary Healthcare Task Force in collaboration with local government authorities and traditional rulers, is designed to ensure accountability, enhance coordination, and elevate the standard of services provided by PHCs. Reaffirming his administration's commitment to improving healthcare services, Ododo highlighted the critical role of PHCs in reducing maternal and infant mortality rates, boosting immunization coverage, and raising awareness about the importance of primary healthcare in the state healthcare value chain. Ododo also thanked President Bola Tinubu for his support for healthcare reforms across the country, emphasizing that such backing has been instrumental in driving the state's efforts. In foreign news now, the United States government has imposed sanction on the head of Sudan's army and de facto president Abdul al-Burhan. In a brief statement, the United States Treasury Department accuses Burhan of destabilizing Sudan and undermining the goal of a democratic transition. The announcement follows report of the killing of civilians in the capital city of Wad Madani in recent days. In announcing the sanctions on Burhan, Washington said that the army under his command has committed lethal attacks on civilians, including targeting schools, markets, and hospitals. Also, the United Nations humanitarian chief in Sudan, Clementine Nwete Salami, said she is deeply concerned about a report of retaliatory attacks against civilians in Gezira based on alleged affiliation or ethnicity. In sport now, head coach of Nigeria's under-17 national team Manu Garba and the team's coordinator Bello Garba Guzo are set to arrive in Awka, the capital of Anambra State, for a 2-day scouting program aimed at strengthening the country's most successful national team, the Golden Eaglets. With Nigeria not participating in the 2025 CAF Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations scheduled for Morocco from 30th March to 19th April 2025, the Nigeria Football Federation appears determined to ensure the country qualifies for the 2027 edition through early preparation. This marks the first time a screening exercise for potential under-17 national team Golden Eaglet players will be held in Anambra State. Chairman of the Anambra State Football Association, Chikeluwe Ilionsi, said the exercise will take place at the Awka City Stadium. Ilionsi encouraged every eligible player under the age of 17 in Anambra State to participate in the scouting program. And that's it on the news at 6. But just before we go, your vehicle is not a strong room. Keep your valuables out of view of miscreant. You can follow us and like all of various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration deployed traffic lights and CCTV cameras in strategic places in the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Newly elected Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mojisola Miranda, has announced new principal officers and pledged to work tirelessly to uphold the principles of transparency, good governance, and other noble tenets the House stands for. The Federal Capital Territory FCT Commander of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) has paraded 36 suspects for vandalism, theft, and destruction of public asset and infrastructure. We also told you that the United States government has imposed sanctions on the head of Sudan's army and de facto president Abdel El-Burhan. Finally, sport head coach of Nigeria's under-17 national team, Manu Garba, and the team's coordinator, Bello Garba Guzo, are set to arrive in Oka, the capital of Anambra State, for a 2-day scouting program aimed at strengthening the country's most successful national team, the Golden Eaglets. For contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good evening.